Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm very much grateful that you're joining me here so that we can share a word of encouragement. And today I just want us to ask ourselves, what is too difficult for him? What is that difficult that our heavenly Father cannot do? And you find that sometimes in our life we face very difficult moments and challenges, and we find in this way, in this point of life, you're feeling as if this situation will never change, or rather you're feeling as if you have completely been forgotten, and even you can tend to ask, where is my heavenly Father? What happens to the prayer that I usually make each and every moment? What happened to the hope that is usually instilled in me that things are going to work out? But I want to encourage you today that there's nothing that is impossible with him. He have said that in the book of Luke, that whatever is impossible with men, it is very possible with him. And actually you find that most of the time we want, when we're facing a difficult moment, we want our ways, or rather to figure out, to have a strategy on how this issue is going to be solved. And that's why we have our way coming through. But because our ways are not his ways, and that's why the situation can last for long and there's nothing actually that is changing. But here I am to remind you that there's nothing that is too difficult for Almighty Father. And all the prayers that you have been making each and every day, each and every morning that you wake up to pray, each and every hour that you commit yourself so that you can pray to your heavenly Father, there's nothing that goes into waste, and it is not in vain. And today I was going through the book of 2 Kings, chapter 6 and chapter 7, and you find from verse 24 of chapter 6 onwards, there's a story that is really encouraging, and it's a miracle that happened. And this was in the city of Samaria, where they were under siege. And you find that in this process there was famine in the whole country. It was so worse that one day when the king was passing by the walls of the city, he finds these women, and one of the women reports that the other woman refused, as they had an agreement for them to eat their children like for dinner. The other woman, when it comes now to her turn to give up her only son, she refused. So this was very devastating to the king, and actually he asked them, if the Lord cannot help you, if Yahweh cannot help you, then who am I to help you? And the king was very furious at Elisha. This was during the times of Elisha. And coming to think of this situation in our carnal mind, like for us, we do plow, we sow seed, and in the process we wait like for months for them for us to do the harvesting. So you could have imagined, for this famine to come to an end, maybe they could have rained, and then they could have maybe planted seeds, and then out of this, maybe after some time they would have harvested, and then the situation of famine would have been over. But remember what he says in the book of Isaiah, that his ways are not our ways, his thoughts are not our thoughts. Just like the heavens are higher and the earth are here below, that is not the difference of his ways and also his thought. So I'm here to encourage you that there's nothing that is too difficult that he cannot be able to handle, because he's the creator. He's the one who owns everything. He's the one who gives even us permission to be alive today. It is by his will, it is by his power. And that's why we are not supposed to give up. We are not supposed to, like, now we cannot move forward. We are supposed to trust and have faith in him, because he's the final say of each and everything. And you can imagine what happened. And this is the word that the servant Elisha gave unto the king, that such a time like this tomorrow, what was impossible will be possible. That what was being sold at a very high price that people even could not afford will not be at 1 shekel. You can imagine that. So if you try to figure out with your carnal mind how this is going to work out, you're like, this cannot work out. And actually there was someone who had that carnal mind and he doubted, but was told that you're going to see it with your eyes, but you're not going to taste it, because this is the word of the Almighty Father that was being spoken by his servant Elisha. And that is what exactly happened. So what am I saying today is that your situation can change. You just have to submit unto his ways. You just have to submit unto his supremacy, unto his authority. Let him have his ways in your life, because your ways cannot be mixed with his ways so that it can work out. It's either you leave one for him, and that is the best solution. You just allow him to take control, because whenever he takes control, what was impossible becomes possible. Who could have thought that yesterday people were suffering, but today they are rejoicing? Who could have thought that the people who are so hungry, that today they have plenty to eat? You know, it's just unimaginable, and a miracle happens, and the same words that were spoken by the servant Elisha, they came to be accomplished on that day. So I'm here to encourage you that there's nothing that is too difficult for him. He usually do what no man can do. He is powerful to do what you can even think or imagine. So I'm encouraging you today, just let all your burdens unto him. What is really disturbing you, that challenge that you're going through, that thing that is too difficult, the burden that you have in your heart and even in your mind, can you just give it unto him? Because he will give you rest, and allow him to have his way. Don't give it unto him and at the same moment you want your ways to work out in that situation. Let him and submit everything unto him, and you're going to be blessed, and things are going to change, and the difficult situation are going to be easy, because wherever he steps in, his glory and honor will always be back into him. Thank you so much. Hit on the subscription button so that we can encourage one another even more and more in Yeshua's name. Thank you.